So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Francesco 2002. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't know about the historical accuracy, and I thought Saint Francis, the patron saint of the city where I live in, Saint Francis, the Francisco order that Father Isaac Mary Relea chose to follow. I don't know how well he follows it sometimes, but anyways, Saint Francis. They could have done more about the pilgrimage to the Sultan. I mean, Saint Francis came very to converting the Sultan, who was in the midst of a war. Amazing. I wish I had the strength to do that. Incredible. Saint Francis, Italian Francesco, is a 2002 Italian television movie written and directed by Michele Soavi. The film is based on real life events of Catholic friar and then Saint Francis of Assisi. So I saw a review by somebody who reviewed all of the movies based on how much fidelity they had to Saint Francis's biography without even telling us why we should trust Saint Francis's biography over, say, Alvin Butler's book. Yeah, I don't know about some of these reviewers here, but Francesco TV movie from Italy, 2002, 3 hours and 12 minutes. I just sat through 3 hours of St. Francis, his suffering, his beliefs, his value system. He even managed to convince the Pope to go along, who's a warmonger himself. Pretty cool. Um, the Pope gave him a second chance, and the Pope was hugging him in his full Catholic gear. He was hugging him while he had like a pig slop on his face, and his feet were bleeding. He walks inside the Vatican with bare feet, and he starts to plead his case with his followers, who, who try to imitate them, but they're not very good at it. The life of Saint Francis, a saint who was born in the medieval Tuscany and abandoned all his goods to live closer to the population, and is nowadays remembered as the saint protector of Italy. What amazing story! Not only that, but he's the patron saint of our city. San Francisco is named after him. St. Francis. Gets a 6.9 on IMDb, 211 ratings. I'm rating it a little bit higher. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Pretty decent form.org video. Here we go. Here's a review from Vincent Liu, appropriately titled another film about Il Poverello. Il Poverello. Sorry. Pardon my Italian. So there are tons of movie about St. Francis. A lot of them with questionable fidelity to his biography, as I mentioned. But um, what about this book here? I have a book I can show you. Yeah, it's right here. Lives of the Saints. Uh, May the peace of God that is beyond all understanding guard our hearts and our thoughts in Jesus Christ. It's even got a bookmark here. Lives of the Saints. Uh, I think we're in March. Saint Francis is in here somewhere. Maybe it's April. I don't know. December. Well, I could look it up to see the historical accuracy here, but for the sake of time, we'll just assume that the even 3 hours 12 minutes cannot encapsulate single minutia detail of Saint Francis. Let's just put it that way. The review by Vincent Liu is dated January 21st, 2007. And the title of the review is another film about Il Poverello, an interesting film about a special hero of faith, beautiful, subtle, pleasant, but in same time very strange at first. For the Cardinal Francis proposed by director, for me, the perfect image of the second Christ is the Giotto's fresco. Then, for the original spirit of acting, pragmatic, powerful, and shallow. And final, for the humanization of a sacred symbol, because Francis of Assisi is not only a saint of a religion, patron of animals, Italy, or environment, venerated in Romano Catholicism, founder of Friars Minor, but one of his most important builders of European values. His life is part of a huge adventure to discover the roots of faith and the essence of Christianism. His Cantum Friatus Solis, his Regula, his sacrifice, and his conversion, stories from Fiorete di San Francesco are in same measure important in West and in the East. The gestures answers are praise are same in Orthodox Church with same sense. The cross of San Damiano remains like fundamental sign of responsibilities forms, and more important, Francis's model for every desire, hope, and fight who compose our life. In conclusion, a good film, not remarkable, not poetic, splendid, or, or heroic, but touching and kindly, decent and subtle. In fact, maybe a film about Paul Varello, a failure. Um, There's another review on here that says it's superficial and TV like. And there's a spoiler on here. Michele Soavi is a cult film director. I guess this person upset that a cult movie director made a film about St. Francis. Well, look at what Pasolini did with the um, the Gospel according to Saint Matthew. I won't go through the whole review, um, but let's just say it leaves out important details, which I sort of agree with. I mean, you just say one sentence about you devote one sentence to that, and then that's it. All right. Well, more like this: the sect, the goodbye kiss, una Bianca, and stage fright. The sect looks pretty good. I'm gonna check out the sect. Dario Argento, the life of Saint Francis, a saint who was born rich in the medieval Tuscany and abandoned all his goods to live closer to the population, and is nowadays remembered as the saint protector of Italy. The genre is drama. This is connected to a version of this Flowers of Saint Francis, 1950. Release date December 24th, 2005 in Hungary. Country of origin Italy. Language Italian, also known as Saint Francis, which is the title on form.org. Filming locations Assisi, Perugia, Umbria, and Italy. I like the fact that they actually used the original uh, hometown of Saint Francis, Assisi. Production companies Media Trade, Nova Film, and Taudo Film. Budget of 6 million lira, Italian lira. No, 6 million euros. Budget of 6 million euros estimated. Runtime 3 hours 12 minutes, 192 minutes. Some color. The sound mix is stereo, and the aspect ratio is 1.33 to 1 or 1.66 to 1, depending on which version, I guess. On the Silver Globe, do I have that on my? Oh well. So I'll definitely check out the sect. Let's see what it says on form.org. Filmed on location in Assisi and at other actual locations where St. Francis lived and died. This feature film vividly tells the story of the greatly beloved saint from childhood to his birth, to his death. Yeah, the childhood is very short. Basically, it's a very young 7-year-old maybe, Saint Francis talking to his rich school friend who later became a nun. She gave up her riches for Franciscan poverty too. It's amazing when when Saint Francis threw all his coins and fancy silk out the window to the poor people on the street. They started following him like the Pied Piper. All right, beautifully filmed with outstanding cinematography and fine acting talent. This film stars Italian actor Raul Bove as Francis. And it was directed by acclaimed filmmaker Michele Soavi, captured by the enemy as a soldier and put in prison. He has a life-changing experience that inspires him after being freed to abandon his riches and dedicate his life to living the gospel in simplicity, poverty, and charity towards all. That's what we all aim for. Simplicity, poverty, and charity. Now, those are something to strive for as a Catholic. I appreciate that. I could learn something from St. Francis. It's 1985. Then we've got The Inner Circle, 1946, and Ip Man, 2008. So those are the next three coming up on my list. Finally got to some Karate Man recommendation. I think Weird Science. I'm guessing it's Adrian. It might be Karate Man because both of them love lamestream movies from the 80s. As a matter of fact, I think I'm a Predators coming up soon. I wonder. So Weird Science. You can't make a movie like Weird Science nowadays because it's totally misogynist and sexist, which is probably the reason why Adrian likes it so much. But it amazingly, on the popularity meter on IMDb, it's 1,804, up 682. So it has aged well, believe it or not, and it's got Oingo Boingo music, Bill Paxton, among others, Robert Downey Jr. Who else? Vernon Wells. So there's that, and now let's see what the popularity ranking on Predator. Predator. Predator is popularity ranking is 500. It's even more lamestream than Weird Science, if you can believe that. And that's what I have on my list. I think Predator is like number 30 or something. Yeah, it's number 38 on my list. So I've got some lamestream 80s movies coming down the pike, thanks to Karate Man and or Adrian. And And so I've been taking a little breather from that, trying to get through the Catholic movies, trying to get through the obscure monogram films. Like The Inner Circle. I think The Inner Circle, let's see. 1946. It's a film noir mystery, of course, and it's distributed by Republic Pictures. Oh, this might be good. It's got a crudely tangled, illogical, put together story. It looks like it might be okay. So that's what's coming down the pike. Um, Hope you enjoyed my review. Don't know enough about St. Francis to say whether it was historically accurate or not, but I'm leaning toward yes because they did mention the Sultan episode very briefly, and that's actually something that happened. There's another scene where Saint Francis is putting up a bird's nest back, giving it back to the mother bird, and all of a sudden he's saying, "Sing, sing, let's sing to the Lord," and all these birds are like chirping and stuff. That was pretty cool. I don't think Saint Francis was a communist turned environmentalist. I think the animals just like him because of his disposition. That's all. That's all. People try to read between the lines and try to make him into somebody that he isn't because that's their agenda. And there simply wasn't any environmentalist government policies back in St. Francis time. There was no industrial revolution to worry about things like pollution or whatnot. It was just horse and buggy, not even horse and buggy, horse and cart, maybe. All right. Well, that was a decent film. I was impressed. It's about the same caliber as the um, the St. Patrick movie. So let's take a look at my calendar and see if I have any scheduling conflicts. Oh, I've got Stations of the Cross at St. Dominic's with um, with Miss Rebecca. She's not very good at scheduling things. Um, she'll only go to movie night once a month, and she's busy trying to, I guess, trying to find an alternative to paying a storage facility for her antiques and furniture and whatnot that she can't fit into her new apartment. She's talking about saving $1,000 a month on her storage facility, and somehow that's going to give her the ability to buy a house or a car or something. I don't know. It seems like She's having financial issues with her budget. She needs an extra 1,000 a month to save, set aside for a rainy day. She's already having a rainy day, so it's a little too late. Let's see what we got for the month of March. It looks like we've got Stations of the Cross, but Saturday is completely open, and so is Monday. So, so I should be able to get three movies in potentially on Saturday and Monday. Maybe four if I can fit in Don Bosco. We'll see how that goes. But three is doable for Saturday and Monday. Weird Science, The Inner Circle, and Ip Man. So that's the plan for my upcoming top three on the movie list. Thingamabob or thingamajig, doohickey, and so Daniel Patrick on forum.org says, what an amazing film. I'm a big fan of the director, Michele Soavi. Definitely has a surrealistic style. A plus plus. Uh, what else? Somebody says not very accurate at all. So inaccurate. Forum should remove this movie from its list to prevent false information from spreading. A lot of people saying this is historically inaccurate, and I wouldn't know unless I cross-checked it with Lives of the Saints. Another another person on forum.org, so inaccurate, not St. Francis. This is not the life of St. Francis. It's so inaccurate. And that's the criticism I heard from the other person. Who is this? There are actually two parts, so you can watch it, two movies. What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. There's a question of the historical accuracy of this film, but I like how it promotes Catholic values of humility, charity, poverty. What else? Uh, love one another, even your enemies, like the Sultan. Yeah, it's everything. St. Francis was everything that a good Catholic ought to be. Opinion. I mean, he could do no wrong. He even tried. I don't understand why they don't make him a church doctor. Uh, is Saint Francis a church doctor? Let's see. No, Saint Francis of Assisi is not a doctor of the church. I wonder why. Because he's promoting peace instead of war? Is that why he's not a doctor of the church? Interesting. Okay. Well, just a little Q&A there. I answered my own questions. My suspicion was correct. All right. Well, I've got my work cut out for me Saturday and Monday. We'll try to whittle down this list as much as possible on starting Saturday morning. Hopefully, I can wake up early, like around 3. Go to McDonald's, get my hash browns and my large coffee, and then head on back, watch 2 or 3 movies, and we'll call it a day until Monday. Friday, I might be able to start Weird Science on Friday because the Station of the Cross isn't until 7:30 at night, and I can get here at 5:15. Leave here around 6:45. Pick up Miss Rebecca and head on over to St. Dominic's. So I might be able to squeeze in about an hour and a half. Maybe I can finish Weird Science. Maybe I can do 5 reviews between Friday and Monday. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Because I do have to fix dinner, so that might prevent me from finishing Weird Science. But if I do finish it Friday night, I'll definitely post a review before I take my little nappy poo. Laters.